Let's begin by discussing the anatomy of Ttool. It's different than anything you've probably ever seen before in terms of a soft tissue treatment tool. It's not flat, right? So it comes up into this sort of third dimension. Now, to make it easy, we can conceptually say that it has two sides. We'll call this side here the rectangular side, and let's call this side the circular side. And we could say that the circular side is connected to the rectangular side by the stem. Now, let's discuss the treatment surfaces on the rectangular side. Essentially, every part of Ttool other than the stem and like the top, or sort of like, the bottom of the circular side or the top of the rectangular side, you can use to make contact with your patient. You'll see that there's some texture on the inside here for a little bit of grip, but all the other surfaces are mirror-like finish. Ttool's made of stainless steel, and then it's finished with a like a metallic blend to give it even more smoothness and hardness, so that there's like you'll see that it's basically a mirror. So on the rectangular side, we have this beveled edge here, which we call the narrow bevel, which works great for scraping style ISTM. Then over here, we have this, what we call the wide bevel. Again, it works great for scraping style ISTM when you want to cover a larger surface area. Then over here, so you can see that there's a bevel, and then flat and flat. So we call this side the narrow flat, and this is the wide flat. And between those, you have this rounded corner. And we use this rounded corner a lot for ischemic compression. And I'll show you in the hand grips video in the next one. You can go like this, and then instead of jamming your thumb, you can press the rounded corner. And then you have the bottom, which we call the flat bottom. And then if we look on the circular side, we have this top part, which we call the dome. And this works great for working over clothing and, kind of simulates like a fist in a way, or an elbow. And then around the dome, we have this, it's like kind of a 90-degree edge that we made here that works really well for scraping style ISTM. And then you'll see that there's a depth here, which we call this the strip. And the strip works well, like if you could press and do some motion like this. So those are the different parts of the circular side and the rectangular side. And then you'll see with the stem that connects the two, you'll put that between your fingers, between your thumb, or you might hold it like this, or you may hold it like this. And it makes for a great handhold, but you can also create leverage on the underside or the between side of the circular and the rectangular sides to generate tension with the tool. And oftentimes you'll press in here, but we'll talk more about that in the next video, which is on the common handholds. But that's the basic anatomy of a Ttool.